Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday live broadcast. And I just want to remind all of my coaching students that are here that we're going to follow this with our mastermind session. So we'll look for all of you there. If you have any specific conversations that we need to follow up on, and I know some of you have some pretty outrageous and special ones. Now, there are recruiting strategies, tactics, and scripts that only work in December that can make your entire year. And knowing how to use them and applying them along with Facebook and LinkedIn's new changes will dramatically increase the results you have, because LinkedIn and Facebook are making changes, but LinkedIn is redesigning their entire system. Now, you have 28 days left until we ring in the new year. It's 4 weeks. 4 weeks. And there's a lot you can do in 4 weeks. You could ring in 2023 with a larger team and at a higher rank. Many of you will do more business in December than you did all year. So you're looking at a new year, and frankly, you're looking at a new you. What you do in December will help you launch 2023 and take your business next year to a whole new level. So our goal in the month of December is to help you rank advance before New Year's Eve. And LinkedIn is going to help you do it. If you're not on LinkedIn, man, you need to get over there. And for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for a while, we've already shared this week some of the things that you can be doing, especially to reconnect with people that you're already connected to, using our special project launch script. Now, you can recruit like crazy. You can crush it every day, every single day. If you're not having a conversation with someone that you know is a serious prospect, you're missing the boat. You're really missing the boat. You can attract people to you using some basic attraction marketing principles. Attract people that you know before you ever push a button. These people are looking for something to do. These people need what you have. The potential synergy between you and them is obvious. It's obvious to you, and it will be obvious to them as soon as they hear from you. Now, we have a bunch of folks here today that are new, and I know we have a lot of folks on LinkedIn, a lot of folks on Facebook, and on my YouTube channel that are watching this. So for those of you that are here for the first time, I just want to remind all of you, or emphasize, leads are free. Leads are free. All you need is a profile, and then you can access and connect with all the other people that are on LinkedIn and Facebook. So you don't have to advertise. You don't need to buy leads. You certainly don't need traffic. You don't need a blog. You don't need a funnel. So save your money. All you need is a simple profile, but people have to be able to see it. And most people don't realize that they're invisible. So all you need is a LinkedIn simple profile, a Facebook simple profile, and the LinkedIn phone, the Facebook phone app, and 1 or 2 hours a day, and you can be talking to people that you know in advance. Need what you have, want what you have. And our universal profile checklist, which is we give away for free on my website, will help you transform your profiles into marketing magnets that will attract perfect prospects to you. So if you're new, just go to maxsteingart.com and download it for free. It's my gift. Now, before we jump into some content that, frankly, will probably keep you up all night, let me look and see who's here. And okay, so Bunmi, how would you address someone who's been looking for an opportunity, has been freelancing for almost 10 years? Let me unmute you. As a matter of fact, let me do better than that. Let me pop over on LinkedIn. Let me log into your account.
Good morning, Max.
Good morning. So who are we talking about?
Rick Johnson?
W-I-C-K?
No, R-I-C-K. Rick.
Rick. Okay. One of the things you have to love about LinkedIn is that you are looking at their resume. Okay, so he's a tutor, assessor, an IQA, whatever that is, a personal trainer looking for new opportunities. So the first thing you always want to know about somebody is, what do they do?
He's a fitness trainer.
Okay. So he has been fitness. Now, so he's been doing this since October. Now, you know, this freelance, what freelance means is, you know, they're not working for one person particularly. They're not on the staff.
Yes.
So when we look overall at who this person is, from April the 7th to the 10th, he was a team leader in Clipper Logistics, whatever that was. But since 2010, he's been a personal trainer. So for all intents and purposes, he's in the 12 years that he's been a personal trainer.
Yes.
You have to know, like the sun comes up in the east and it goes down in the west. You know about gravity. You also know this man knows something about network marketing. Okay. Now the thing is, by the way, he's in the United Arab Emirates. Can you do business there?
Yes.
Okay. So frankly, what you really want to know, you reached out to him and he accepted. In fact, he wrote back today, this morning. Nice
Yes.
connect. So your end result should be, because here, he doesn't show that he's looking for an opportunity.
It says that on these,
Oh, wait a minute. I see it now. Looking for new opportunities.
yes,
This could mean one or two things. This could mean that he's looking for new opportunities to work with people and train them. Or he's looking for new opportunities to generate income.
yes,
Most of the time, when someone says they're looking for new opportunities, they're looking for new jobs or something new to do. But you'll find certain people, depending upon what they're selling, they're looking for new opportunities to train. So where you want to go with this is, and it's not going to take you long to find out. First thing you want to know about somebody is, what do they do? Now, so according to this, he's a personal trainer.
yes,
So what I would do is I would send him the dream image
yes,
and then ask him, what prompted him to become a personal trainer.
okay,
You might also want to ask him, well, what did you do before you became a personal trainer? Now, the answers to those two questions, as part of a natural conversation, will lead to a discussion where you could clearly say, Rick, many of the personal trainers that I'm working with on LinkedIn are also generating an additional side income working with a network marketing company. What companies have you worked with? You're not coming across as a salesperson. You're just trying to learn more about him. And the way you word it makes them wonder, what do you mean you're working with other personal trainers? What do you do with these personal trainers? So it's a natural, simple way
okay,
to have a conversation, but not come across as a salesperson. So you stand out from all the people that are in your business, as well as network marketers in general, that are reaching out to personal trainers and just throwing up all over them. Okay, you're not going to talk about your business until you know what his experience in network marketing is.
yes,
Okay, and you're right on it. You're doing a great job picking out really great people, and that Project Launch Script is going to do amazing things for you this month. So I'm just kind of scrolling down here. Let me look before we go in and answer more questions. Let me look up some of the folks that are here. Now we've actually have more people in our December boot camp that starts next Thursday than we've had in our boot camps all year. So it's not surprising. Every December, we have our largest boot camp. Okay. And This one is probably going to be the biggest one of the year. So let me all right. Now let me hit the back button for just a minute. So now, Gina, what I want you to notice is I popped your name up here. And when we look at your profile, there were 2 LinkedIn logos next to your name. And that's because LinkedIn right now is running 2 systems. And it looks like today's your birthday. So that should be driving a lot of people to reach out, make a connection. All right, now you've been a student since 2019. And let me unmute Gene. Morning, Gene. Now, Gene may not have a microphone. Okay, so what I was going to ask you is, you've been introduced to this material for 2 years, and why you are still promoting that you're an independent associate at Legal Shield boggles my mind. Totally boggles my mind. Now, whether you are building an Isogenics business, a Zija business, an Amway business, a Malaluka business, whatever network marketing business you're building, I would tell everybody the same thing. Take it off your profile. Take it off your profile. If you are, let's come down here and look at the rest of this. Okay. So for example, there are all kinds of people that are looking for opportunities. I mean, literally, you were in the Navy. You could pop up here and look for people in the Navy that are looking for an opportunity. But if you're waiting for people to approach you, and if having independent associate at Legal Shield isn't bad enough. When we come down here, one day someone spoke to me about a network marketing business. Okay. That's a shame you can't talk, because what I would say to you, I mean, I know this isn't working. If you came back and told me that it was working and could show me that it's working, I'll give you a round trip ticket to Florida for a week, put you up at the Fontainebleau Hotel, and give you two dinners at Jonesstone Crafts. This doesn't work. Doesn't work. And think about it. When you go out and you're reaching, you want to talk to someone, you want to have a conversation, you want to find somebody that is looking for an opportunity, and you reach out to them. If you think you're going to be the only person in Legal Shield that does that, you're wrong. And you're not the only network marketer. If we go up here and we do a search, looking for opportunities, there's 1.8 million people on LinkedIn that are looking for opportunities. If we use other search words, looking for opportunity, singular, searching for an opportunity, seeking an opportunity, open to an opportunity, there'd be 30 million people that are open to an opportunity. You reach out to any one of those people, and I would venture to say that most of them won't even accept the connection. All right. What is it they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So let's look up here at and let's take a look. So Philip, I'm going to bring up your profile, and I assist families with building wealth. So I'm going to guess this is you.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. And okay, so let's look at your profile. All right, now, you're just getting started with this. And so when you look at your, when we look at this profile, cvwli.com.
Which
Is
I'm
that-
about to change. Yes. That's
Okay,
cash value, whole life insurance. But I'm about to change that.
Good. I like the picture. Okay, great photo. You look like a very successful entrepreneur. Now, it really comes down to being the person that your ideal prospect would want to connect with. And so in order to give you credibility with these people, it is, I mean, you've turned this really into a billboard for your business. Instead, this should be a billboard about you.
Okay.
And the thing is that if we turn around and look at here, you've been in this business now for 1 year and 4 months. So what else do you do?
I just walked away from my primary job, which was a correction officer. I walked away to pursue multi-level marketing full. So that's what I'm into now. I got introduced to you through PLS, but I'm in a multi-level marketing business now. Actually pre-launching. That's why this particular training was so intriguing to me. Called Envision You, which is the pre-launch. They're kicking off January 13th, 14th.
How do I did I have a website?
Yes.
www.
N as in Nancy. Vision.
Oh, okay. No IN.
No I. N. Vision.
And-
You.com. You want my page, or you just want to enjoy it?
We'll just look at,
Okay.
okay. Become a digital entrepreneur. Managing a digital empire. Okay, so I'm sure there's something else that's supposed to happen. Oh, here you go. Get started or learn more.
There was a video in the beginning as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, now. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Now, because you're part of the Power Lead System, by the way, I think on Tuesday night we're doing a special training for the Power Lead System folks. I mean, if you were going to market and sell that, literally you could be signing up someone in the Power Lead System, and every time you did, you make $1,000.
Yes, I'm on that. I'll be on that Tuesday night.
Good. So here's the thing, and I'm gonna send you a connection request.
Okay.
We can be connected. One of the things that we talk about in our top earner retreats, where we're teaching you about network marketing as an industry, is that when you get involved in a business, no matter what the business is, you're betting on management. You're betting on all kinds of things that relate to the company. And what most people don't realize is that every month, 200, that's 200
Mhm.
200 network marketing companies either crash and burn, fail to launch, or make dramatic changes to their business model that alienate a lot of people, and people end up leaving, which is the reason why every month over 300 network marketing companies are launched. You and I today, we could start our own network marketing company.
Okay.
And what happens is, according to the Direct Sales Association, which tracks all this activity, I think something like 95% of these startup companies crash and burn in the first 5 years. So number one, you're betting on management. Number two, as a startup, could you sign people up in this business right now and start making money?
Yes.
Okay.
They did over $7 million in business already.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the first thing, because with a lot of companies, you can't, they have to launch before you can start making money.
Okay.
And what happens with a lot of companies is, as a startup, the owners of the companies come up with some aggressive compensation plans that attract people, leaders with teams to join the company. And then after a month or two, they realize compensation plan is too generous. There's no way we can sustain this kind of activity. So they end up coming back and they adjust the compensation plan, which causes a lot of people to leave.
Right.
That wasn't the deal that we thought of. So first and foremost, let me say that I'm not building a network marketing company. I'm not promoting or endorsing one. I mean, I've been doing this for 27 years. And I'm passionate about the business, but my obligation is to people like you. Because, in fact, we have a classic example right now with two of my coaching students that are talking to people that have previous network marketing experience.
Mhm.
And most people don't realize that if you want to be successful in network marketing, you need three things. First and foremost, you need to be passionate about the company that you're working with and the products. Passionate to the point that you would recommend it to people even if you weren't getting paid. Second, you need to be connected to someone that's successful, that is committed to helping and supporting you build a business, build a team. And in this regard, unfortunately, most people in network marketing aren't connected. Somebody told them about a product to help them. So they tried the product. It helped them with their arthritis. It helped them with their weight, whatever it is. It was a great product. They like it. They're using it. And now they want to build a business. Problem is, the person that showed them the product doesn't have a clue as to how to build a business, right?
Okay.
And they're not connected to anybody that does. So for all intents and purposes, they're an orphan. Or the person that showed you the business and showed you the product is no longer in the business. Again, you're an orphan. See, most people, when they try products, don't think about the product as a business. Like they got a problem, the product's going to help them. But then when they decide, man, this is something I could really get behind, there's nobody to help them. The third critically important thing is you got to have good online systems and tools if you want to build a business to show other people the business. So you need those three things.
Okay.
And so, well, for example, are you connected with somebody in the business that's successful?
Yes.
Sure. That's a big help. Now, of course, the question is, if this is a startup, where did they get their success?
From previous MLM businesses.
Okay. And we see a lot of that.
Mhm.
So somebody was in another company, and for whatever reason, they left that company, and now they're over here. Did you follow them from another company, or?
No, well, the two individuals that own this particular company now was very top leaders in other MLM companies. They actually started this one.
Okay.
So the two gentlemen are, very well known in the industry.
Super. All right. So with your profile here, now you said that you were in corrections.
I was a
This-
correction officer, yes.
So this profile needs to be about you. Okay. For example, how long were you in corrections?
15 years.
All right. So did you work at one place or did you work at a number of places?
Rikers Island in New York, which is the biggest jail in the United States.
Right. Okay. So that needs to be here.
Okay.
You were a corrections officer at Rikers Island.
Mhm.
All right. You weren't in, what was the name of that guy that mysteriously died there? Epstein?
That was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, Manhattan. That was in Manhattan. But
So-
yeah, that was Epstein. Yes.
So so you were a corrections officer. That needs to go there. Let
Okay.
me ask you a question. Are we ever in the military? Ever in the,
Air Force veteran.
okay. That needs to go there.
Okay.
Now, why? Because what you want to do is you want to give yourself credibility. Your work history represents your credentials. Now, for example, in the Air Force. So we go up here. All right, and let's look at how many people on LinkedIn are in the Air Force. You have 1,500,000. Now, what we really need to do is we need to filter this down a little bit, and because you've got the Royal Air Force.
Right.
So what we could do is we could just say United States, or we could just say, actually, what would probably be better would be United States Air Force. And how they list it. So you got 633,000 people that are in the U.S. Air Force. Now, you've got Air Force veterans. Got 62,000. Now, as an Air Force vet yourself, you could have a conversation comfortably with any one of these people.
Yes. Got you.
Right? So we have U.S. Air Force retired. You got another 66,000. But you also have people in the Air Force that are transitioning out of the Air Force. You got 13,000.
Got you.
So these are people that would be open and looking. I mean, they're trying to decide what are they going to do. Another way to search for people would be to use the keywords like looking. So how many people are in the Air Force? There's 24,000 Air Force people that are looking for another
Yeah.
option. Okay.
Okay.
So but they wouldn't relate to you if you were to reach out to them, because there's nothing on your profile that talks about you being in the Air Force.
Understand.
All right. By the same token, corrections. Corrections officer. So you've got 199,000 correction officers. Again, that would relate to you. And if we, again, we're using keywords. Correction officers that are open to other opportunities. You got 417. Looking for opportunities. You have 147,000.
Mhm.
So there's no shortage of opportunities for you to find people, talk to people that would clearly be open to discussing it. The $64 question is, do they have a need? Are they looking to make a change? And the contents of their profile is going to tell you. Now, as a corrections officer, we go to more people are leaving police departments, law enforcement.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So for you to go out there and you've got under law enforcement, you got deputies, you got sheriffs, you got detectives, you got police officers. There's probably maybe 30 or 40 million people in that category alone. And if you wanted to make it easy, okay, you do your searches for law enforcement in New York, law enforcement in Washington State, law enforcement in Oregon, law enforcement in places where, they're not being supported by by local governments. And it all comes down to who you want to talk to. Does your phone number end in 7364?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll give you a call a little later. I'll be calling you from area code 561.
Okay.
So you recognize it because you're connected with the power lead system. I want to make sure you get off to to a good start. But you're sitting on a gold mine. And the thing is that when people look at your profile, it needs to be about you.
Okay.
You want to put yourself out here. Now, as a star, it's got a great picture.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you look like a very, very successful business person, entrepreneur. And for those of you that are watching this, take a lesson from this. Because the picture, what you put up, the cover, what you post about yourself right there, and what you put in here about yourself is going to be the main elements. And then, of course, we go down here and we look at your work history, what you've done. So if you're in the service, by all means, put the service.
Gotcha.
Okay. Did you take any college courses at all?
No. The streets are hard knocks, that's all.
Yeah, for sure. But let me just make a suggestion.
Okay,
On Facebook, listing your high school is will connect you with everybody else that went to your high school. But on here, if you just went to high school, I would leave it off.
okay,
Okay, because frankly, you know, yeah, just leave it off.
okay,
Better to have people think you're a seasoned professional, but just listing the fact that you went to high school shouldn't have any kind of a negative impact on everybody's perception of who you are and what you've done. But just in case, you know, let's just leave it off. Let people think that, you know, listen, there are people that went to Harvard that don't list their education. So
gotcha.
what we want to do, and of course, the other thing is this, okay? So you graduated from high school in 1984. That was 38 years ago.
Mhm.
So the average person when they graduate from high school was 17. So that puts you at 55.
56.
So again, this is a good way to figure person's age.
Gotcha.
And you know, you're and let me just come over here and look at contact information. Okay, so yeah, what you want to do, well, I'll give you a call, we'll talk about it.
Okay,
And let me,
we have a kickoff call at 1 o'clock, just to let you know. So I definitely want to take your call.
okay, well, I'm going to be doing, I have a mastermind session
Okay, gotcha.
until about 2:30.
Okay, very good.
So it'll be after that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, let's okay, now I'm getting asked, where do I find the project launch script? The project launch script, and for those of you that are registered for boot camp, you know, you have boot camp's going to start on Thursday. But if you wanted to get an early start, we're going to give you access to the November boot camp. So you could watch the flip book, which is the PowerPoint that accompanied each one. You could also download it. The scripts book right here has, among other things, the basic fundamental PowerPoint script. Okay. But there's a lot more to it than that, which is what we're going to be getting into in boot camp. The thing that you have to be very, very careful about is who you use it on. I'm about to launch a new project, work with 3 people to help them become top earners in my company over the next 90 days. So I'm reaching out to you is the basic fundamental template. There are 9 different versions of this, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work if you're not talking to the right people. And you have to clearly have an understanding of how your comp plan works as well. Um, okay, so Blair writes, I've already acquired a huge home-based business leads list. What can I do with it? Let me unmute Blair. My initial response to that used list would be, if you print it out on toilet paper, or you can use it when you go to the bathroom. It's probably there. Okay. If there were just men here and I knew who the audience was, okay, and I was a comedian, I would say you could use it to wipe your butt with it when you go to the bathroom. Why? Number one, so you got a home business list. Typically, when you have a list like that, you just have their names, email address, maybe phone number. You don't know anything about them. So you call them up, and if you think you're going to be the only person that's calling these people, you're wrong. You got this huge list? Call 50. See what you get. And then leave it aside. Why? It's simple. It's simple. Because you can jump over here on LinkedIn and we could search for people by the millions that you know ahead of time are looking for an opportunity. It sure beats the people that you're on that list. And the only thing I could say, Blair, is I hope you didn't spend a lot of money on that list. Now, bear with me for just a second, because what I want to do, see, everybody has a success story. Now, the project launch script, it's in the scripts book. It's one of the many different categories that you can use of having conversations. What it does is it creates immediate response when you use it. It creates genuine curiosity as far as what are you doing? I'm about to launch a special project, help 3 people become top earners in the business over the next 90 days. And if you're familiar enough with your compensation plan, you could put something in like and earn $25,000 or $30,000 in the next 90 days. It creates serious interest, creates a sense of urgency because you're about to launch it. And you're about to work with 2 people, 3 people. Creates fast, decisive action. Do they want to do it? They got to do it now. Immediate duplication and faster team growth. And with faster team growth, it's faster ranking management. Now, when you hear success stories, you have to look at the story. You have to look at whose story is it, and you have to ask yourself, is what they did duplicatable? For example, one of my coaching students, Dennis, was telling me about two people that jumped into LifeWave. And in the first 30 days, under 30 days, they generated $25,000, $30,000 worth of sales. They're driving around in this big motorhome, a Prevost that cost $750,000. And so that got him interested in looking at the company. So we looked these people up. We found they were top earners in Monavie for years. When Monavie got taken over by Jeunesse, they became top earners in Jeunesse. And now they've left Jeunesse, and now they're over at LifeWave. Then you have to look at, so their warm market consists of people that they knew from Jeunesse, possibly going all the way back to Monavie. Next, you have to look at what they're doing. And what they're doing to make all this money is they're front loading. What is front loading? Front loading is when you take the most expensive package that your company offers. In LifeWave, I think it's $500. And you sell the business opportunity to someone. And what they do is they buy 3 or 5 positions. Since you're going to be building such a huge, successful business, why just have one position? It's a binary. So you could have 2 positions because you're going to build 2 big groups. So instead of $500, you're selling 1,000. Or buy 2 and then buy 3 under each position. So you're buying 8 positions. That's $4,000. That's front loading. And Securities, the Federal Trade Commission frowns on it. I happen to know, after talking to one of the other leaders in LifeWave, they just had a big meeting, and their activity is under review by the company because the company is not happy with what they're doing. And if somebody doesn't have the results, doesn't have the success, and they go back to they file a complaint. They go to the Federal Trade Commission, say, hey, they sold me this income opportunity for $5 grand. 4,000. All it takes is a couple of those, and the Federal Trade Commission will come in and shut the company down. Because the company is responsible for the actions of their distributors. Now, in Marissa's case, Marissa enrolled 13 people in her business in December in 10 days into her Melaleuca business. And so you have to ask yourself, so how did she do it? She sent me this on the 15th. I enrolled 2 people into my business yesterday, and I got 2 appointments for tomorrow. By the 20th, she was up to 6. I never thought it would be so easy. And by the 26th, she's got 13 people. So how did she do it? All right. You look up here under her headline, solopreneur. She was an eBay store owner. All right, so let's go over here and look for eBay. On LinkedIn, you have 106,000 people. Now, people that sell things on an eBay store, it's hard to make money with an eBay store. They're always changing the deal. They're always changing the rules. So we could do eBay store. You got 4,800 people. They're eBay store owners. eBay sellers. You got 9,100 people. And all she had to do was start a conversation with these people. She's an eBay store seller. You know, I've been an eBay store seller for 7 years. How's it working out for you? They both share the same level of experience. They're not, you know, I was an eBay store seller until I found something that was easier to sell and that produced residual income, because as an eBay store seller, you make money when you sell something. There's no residual income component to selling something on eBay. Once she figured that out, unlimited access to people. Rebecca's a school teacher. She's also promoting Malibu. The last day of December, she showed the business to 3 people. She enrolled 2 of them. She set 3 more appointments, and she has 2 more people that are interested. So she has a 66% closing ratio on the people that she showed the business to. Now, this one is in a health and wellness company. They went back to people they were previously connected with. I recontacted 100 people with the launch script, and over 75 people have responded. That's a 75% response rate. I haven't had a chance to get to everyone. I love this. So far, I've enrolled 11 people. So that's 11 people out of 75. My team's on fire. I sent out 100 project launch messages over 2 days. 87 people responded. I showed the business to 50 people. Enrolled 15 of them. 8 are building the business. 7 are customers. So let me go back over here. All right. And whoops. Okay, so let me come back over here. And I'm going to jump out of my account. And let me jump into Tom's account. All right. So let's go over here and go over to Tom's network. So Tom, you have 1,300. And 77 people that you're connected to. So 1,300. So let's look at the people that you're already connected to. That are looking for an opportunity. So you got 662 people that you're already connected to. So let's look at this one. So this is somebody that you reached out to in June. Started a conversation. Let's look at this one here. Okay, so this is somebody you just started talking to in October. Well, now we're in December. Okay, you reached out to her in October. But I'll bet that you'll find people okay, so this was August of last year. So that project launch script is going to help. So many people. Now, let me because I love success stories. And I want to share 2 of them with you. Now, last month, when I did once a month, I do a training for the Power Lead System people. And last month, Joel Whaley, who was one of my students, was on it. When we started working together in 2018, his first month, he signed up 18 people. It was probably one of the easiest people I ever had to coach because he knows how to sell. The following year, he comes back. He's got this insurance business. his goal was 100 agents in 2 months. Now, those kind of numbers are going to require more than 2 hours a day. So when I saw that Joel was on the training, I reached out to him. This is what he had to say. Let me open Joel up. You know, I love it when former students come back.
Hi, Max.
Joel, how are you?
Doing good, doing great.
I love it. You know, I constantly refer to you as, you know, one of my favorite success stories, because Joel here is probably one of the most experienced, talented salespeople I've ever met. I mean, this man could tell you anything.
Sweet. See, I like him already.
You know, it's true. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about you. You know, when I was working with you back in 2018, you know, you picked it up right away. You were doing great. And then in 2009, you decided to do this insurance thing. And I never thought that, I mean, you had pretty high goals, you know, 100 agents in 2 months. You guys did it. Well, that you're here. Now, one thing I want to point out to you, in looking at your profile, see, I can see your followers. And this was a sly little thing that LinkedIn did where they told you, if you want to make your posts visible to all the things that you do, then what you do is you become a content creator.
Gotcha.
Okay. And we thought when we did that, that was a wonderful thing. And it really was. But then it's kind of like in the middle of the night on a Friday night, they went in and they changed the deal. And what they did was they replaced your connect button with a follow button. So we're going to explain why. And so we need to go back in there and turn that off so that people can connect with you, because they can still see what you're doing.
Yeah, I would like that. But you can also, if you click on more, I think there's a connect button and more.
Well, no, there wouldn't be one for us because we're already connected.
Right. I meant if it was a new person.
Right. Well, right. But see, the average person doesn't know about that.
That's true. Where do you go in? I don't even know where to go in and turn it off anymore.
If we have time, I'll show you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Max, I want to say thanks so much. And this is going to be our first $1 million year on that. We're well on our way. And I just wanted to, I mean, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. I just can't. I really appreciate everything you've done. Just wanted to say that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I appreciate that. I mean, I love it when people hit that first $1 million year, but not the last.
Oh, we're on our way.
Oh, congratulations. It's funny because I help so many people, but it's nice to hear it. There's a lot of people, I don't hear they hit $1 million until 10 years after they did it. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, bro. That's awesome. Thank you.
And by the way, what he did, okay, all of you can do, right?
Yeah.
What he
Absolutely.
did, all of you can do, because number one, it's not hard, and it's just a matter of following some simple steps. And the one thing that impressed me about Joel right from the beginning, because he's a great salesman, great salespeople know you want to listen more than you talk. And working with him was an absolute pleasure. Joe, why don't you tell everybody what coaching did for you, if you would.
Well, it did so much, I don't know if I can put it into just a few words, but it actually propelled me into the next level. And I think that's what everybody's looking for, being able to come to you and talk to you about what I was doing and just doing the tweaks, just the little things that we miss that the coaching really helped with. I don't know how to even express it. I mean, because even like coming to these things, you do a great job with these, but it's not like the individual coaching where I can ask a personal question on how I actually can make this happen. So it's like you said, we did over 100 agents in 2 months, less than 2 months on that with your coaching and our work. So it was great.
All right, so I got, hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Look, I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you know, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, you know, now they kind of brought you in, made you a partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it just blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking. When I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
Now, about 2 months later, Dan came back and he shared a little more insight and a little bit more of his story. See, he was recruited into Maluka by one of the leaders and top runners in the company. And then his sponsor died, which put Dan in a position where he was an orphan. He didn't have anybody to work with.
And I have to tell you, I love when former students come back. So we're broadcasting it right here. So I want to open this up and I'm going to bring up Dan. And everybody's got a story. Dan has an amazing one. I just want to.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Dan, it's nice to see you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing is the question.
Living the dream life. That's all I can say. It's amazing. It's amazing. Beyond amazing. My business has exploded and we're just growing in leaps and bounds. We've got our biggest problem is getting enough people and equipment. And as you know, I use your principles outside of network marketing, but they're awesome in any walk of life.
I remember last year you made the comment that you were struggling financially to where you couldn't even put tires on your car.
That's true. That's true. And now we have 5 work vehicles, 5 drones. We in the process of buying another one, and we buy everything with cash.
So what advice would you give anybody that was listening to you? And
I would say, it's all a numbers game, but at the same time, the numbers can be slanted in your favor. And that's what I think your process did for me, was slanted the numbers in my favor. I learned who to contact and how to contact the right people. And I was building a network marketing company, and I stopped just because I got kind of sideswiped when my sponsor died. And Jason was, just a great guy, and he just kind of really set me back. But I was also using these in my personal business, and it just started taking off because of the contacts I was making. I was making local contacts and just started, it's taken off. We just signed on to clean over 1,000 Pizza Huts. We are cleaning water towers and just things that I never would have imagined. And just the way it's all happened was really just because of making contacts, just expanding my network, contacting people in my area, and contacting people outside of my area with the companies and the people I wanted to work with, and learning who those people were and how to message them. That was the thing that, knowing who to talk to is 1/4 of the bat. I think it's about 1/4 of it. It's knowing how to talk to people. That's the hardest part. Knowing what to say and knowing how to get that conversation going and keeping it going, and to the point where to be able to say, okay, not right now for this person. They're focused on other things, but just knowing, I've had people that I talked to, and I realized that the conversation wasn't going where I wanted it to, and it was a not right now. But you know what? We've come back and talked to those people again, and just in keeping up with little messages like, how's, happy birthday. And I've had people just say, oh, hey, yeah, thank you. And you know what? I want to talk to you. by keeping up. And those little things matter, and building that relationship. Relationships have meant everything.
It's all about relationships. Let me ask you, what was the biggest thing that you got from me when we were working in my coaching program?
How to talk to people.
That's right.
To talk to people. Being able to and respond and responding in a timely manner, but not being like a vulture and not being on top of people. I still get messages every day from vultures, people that make me feel like they're vultures. And I know they're just trying to build their business, but they shoot me messages, blind messages about telling me all about their business and how great it is and how much I could earn and all that stuff. And they don't even, and that's the very first message they send me. And you know what? I usually block them because, you know, to me, they're just, they're not out there talking to people to work with people. For them, it's just, you know, they just want the money. And I've learned, help enough other people get what they want, and you get everything you could ever want.
Yeah.
And it's so true. It is the most truest thing I've ever heard. And I didn't know it at the time because it was all about me. Because I need was my issue. I need. I was in a need and not in a helping other people. It was all about me and what I need.
Well, that's understandable when you know you need tires on your car and you can't afford it. But again, just making that little shift in your mindset, knowing that you're going to feel the need. It's coming.
Exactly.
It's coming.
I was just going to say that last time I talked to you, I figured we'd do $250,000. You know, we're going to surpass $2 million this year. That's a humongous jump. And we can't keep up.
Well, I'm glad I played a small part in it.
You know what? I got a couple sales guys coming online soon, and I've been talking to them, talking to my partners about just saying, look, you know, I know what your camp's about, and I know that it's, you know, what it's tailored to, but I'm thinking about sending them through your program just so that they learn how to talk to people the right way.
No, what I was going to say, and I have to tell you, I love when former students come back. So we're broadcasting it right here.
Okay. So if you haven't registered for boot camp yet, go to MaxLeingart/2-FUR and pick up, register. You can get 2 boot camps for less than the price of 1. Can I do all of this with the free version of LinkedIn? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Tom, let me unmute Tom for just a second.
Hi, Max.
Yeah, hi, Tom. I need to end this, but I can do a quick Zoom with you and jump in and help you with that. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'll send you the link and I'll help you with that. Right. As soon as we're done, I'm going to be shutting this one down now. So we'll jump in and we'll do that. And as for the rest of you, you're all sitting on gold mines. There's nothing, absolutely nothing to stop you from doing what Joel's doing, what Dan is doing. We have thousands and thousands of success stories. And the month of December is without a doubt, it will be your best month. Will absolutely be your last one. All right. So until next time, best of luck in building your business and God bless. For those of you that are coaching students, we have a mastermind session at 1 o'clock. If you don't have it handy, send me a message on LinkedIn and I'll send it to you. Until next time.